I've been walking for a year now, almost every day, at least 6 days a week, and an hour a day. And today I want to talk about, the benefits that I've found over this year of walking, how my life has improved, how things have improved based on walking about an hour a day, every day, at least 6 days a week. So welcome to this session of Over 60 Guy. I'm Bryant, and for those of you checking me out for the first time, welcome. For those of you who are coming back and watching and you're part of the 30-day challenge, check out my 30-day challenge a while back. Keep going. I'm glad you're out there making it happen. I'm glad you're walking and doing the other things on the challenge. So today I want to just talk about walking and what the benefits that I've found. When I first started walking, I had led myself up to it by just starting push-ups a few months before. My wife had been talking to me about my weight, how I packed on the pounds after the military, how I became sedentary, and I gained at least 30 to 40 pounds of extra weight. Face was fat, body was weak. I was weak, and I sat down one day and said, Brian, this has got to stop. And I did a simple push-ups challenge. I wanted to start with push-ups. I read an article about push-ups, and that's where I started. But it wasn't for several months later, and then my wife kept talking about the importance of walking, and eventually I listened. I found that if I listen to my wife, it's a good thing, but I listened, and walking has really paid off. If you are just starting with walking, and I recommend that you build up to it. I started with about 30 minutes and then slowly started increasing to 45, and now I do an hour. I have a couple routes that I walk every day. I alternate, so if you've been watching my videos, you know that's true. Occasionally I'll mix in some different walks if I'm traveling, or if I get a hankering to do a different walk. But I use the walking to increase my caloric burn in the morning. So right now I haven't eaten. I had some water. I like to drink a lot of water. If you know me, I drink water, and but I haven't eaten yet. So people talk about intermittent fasting, that kind of thing. So I like to start my day without eating for a while. And so, but I started my walk a little bit ago, and I'll walk an hour. And so I find that it helps me to burn the calories, and it helps me to stay, stable, limber, flexible, keeps my balance. I'm over 60, and so what I'm doing now, I'm trying to be strong and get my body in shape for when I turn, my 80s and 90s. So I always say, what you do now is like money in the bank to your body. So, so I start my day after I get up, have water, and then I get walking. And so it's been keeping me limber, it's been keeping me flexible. I use the morning walk time to just, have peace in my day, to try to get myself centered and ready for the day. I do my prayer in the morning. I find that praying to the Lord helps me in the morning. So if you haven't been praying regularly and you start walking, that's your good time to communicate with the Lord and just let him know what's going on with you. Pray over your family, pray over your friends, pray over your country, that kind of thing. Whatever it is that leads while you walk, it's such a great time. And so one of the benefits that I've had is I've drawn closer to the Lord because I use that time to walk. There's also occasions where I'll be able to walk with my wife. She's having some knee issue, but Also when we walk together, it's great because we can talk and communicate. So if you're not walking with your spouse, I recommend that you do that as well. So the first benefit I found over my year of walking is that I've been more calm. Walking helps you drop that anxiety level. I'm a builder. I'm very busy. It can be a very anxious day for me. So by starting my day off early, it helps me calm. And then I've also grown close to the Lord. But also I've noticed that in addition to my strength training, I've dropped weight. I've lost over 30 pounds. I've lost inches. I'm only about a couple inches away, maybe an inch or two away from my high school waist, which is amazing, if you think about it. So you can always judge the progress you're making by your pants, how they're fitting. And so the downside is I've had to buy some clothes. That's not such a bad downside. But so I've noticed that I have dropped weight with my walking. I typically will wait. I'll typically wait till after I'm done walking. I'll go back home. I'll go back home when I'm done, and then that's when I'll start some strength training, push up. I've been doing plank lately, squats, that kind of thing. But the walking has helped me lose calorie, and so I've definitely noticed it. So in addition to dropping my anxiety, in addition to drawing close to the Lord, in addition to being more flexible, more stable, more balanced, which it helps all that, I've also noticed that I've lost weight. And I've also noticed that my legs are stronger. My legs through the squats and my legs through walking is definitely feeling better. I'm getting more strength in the bottom part of my body, so my legs are definitely becoming stronger as well. So lots of benefits that I've noticed as I lose weight. Also, I've noticed that the muscle in my body is more lean, as I've lost weight and as I do my strength training, my isolation, squats and push-ups. I know that I'm, feeling better. I used to wear a large shirt. Now I'm in a medium. But it definitely feels better. And so at age 61, May 30th, I turned age 61. I've noticed that it's definitely feeling stronger and leaner. So I attribute that to my walking. I attribute that to my out of gym, at home strength training. I've never been good with gyms. I'll do an occasional treadmill if I'm out of town. I'll try to do a treadmill if I can't, or wintertime sometimes. And then also, like, my wife will use a mini trampoline. She'll do her walk because it's less impactful on her knee. So that definitely helps, but she's able to get that cardio. So I know some people online will poo-poo, walking, although I think it's crazy. When we were in Europe, people walked all the time. So for all of my European friends, that people walk all the time. And so after a year of walking, I've definitely noticed lots of benefits. So I'm going to encourage you to start walking. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, or I appreciate you hit a like. If you haven't subscribed, I hope that you would, or drop a comment down below. Tell me about your walking experience. Are you walking? Have you thought about it? What's keeping you back? Do you feel like it benefits? I do get a lot of comments on my channel. People from all over the world chiming in, which is great. I try to answer right away. So If you have a comment to leave, please do so. Let me know what you think about walking, and let me know if you're trying to get feeling good. Let me know if you're sticking to your 30-day challenge. So anyway, I pray that God blesses you, that he keeps you, that the Lord shines upon you and gives you peace. And I pray that today is just a blessed day for you. Take care. Bye.